Our group's research question is,
what is the best way to cut onion without tearing?
For the biology group, we noticed that onions have very pungent smell, and we wonder if thiopropionate S oxide that caused the tearing reflex enter human body directly through eyes or from nostril. We designed 2 experiments. For the first experiment, we used nose clips to plug up our noses while maintaining the direct contact of eyes and the air. By measuring the time from which we started chopping to shedding tears, we concluded that holding nose with a nose clip doesn't have a significant effect in preventing tearing when cutting onions. For the second experiment, we used swimming gloves to cover the eyes while keeping our nostrils open while chopping the onion, and we were surprised to find that even after 10 minutes, we still didn't have any intention to shed tears. As a result, we conclude that the thiopropionate S oxide caused the tearing effect through direct attach to the eyes. The smell, though feels very irritant, has no effect on the tearing reflex.
For physics, we want to discuss the relationship between the distance of the onion and the person. We also thought of the factor of temperature. However, we are afraid that the onion might be cooked. This will lead to the hidden changes of chemicals exist in the onion, which will affect the experimental results since only onions in the same condition, raw, can be compared to each other due to the requirements of a controlled variable method. One person was in charge of cutting the onion. The other person stood at different distance from the onion in different trials. The one closest to the onion counts as the shortest distance experiment, so we can get the most data in limited time. And then we measure the tearing time of different distance with a stopwatch. We can also see that when the distance increased to 1.5 meters, not only the onion tear time greatly increased, persons don't even cry in 2 of 3 trials, indicating that the tearing effect of onions approaches 0 when the distance became larger to a certain extent. In conclusion, the distance between the person and the onion increased, the tearing time also increased.
from the perspective of being a chemistry researcher, we decided to investigate this topic from varying the pH of solution by using a buffer solution that consists of sodium hydroxide, fluoric acid, acetic acid, copper hydroxide to make a buffer solution. A solution that can resist a change in pH when a small amount of strong acid or base is added range from acidic solution to basic solution. The higher the concentration of this thiopropionate S sulfide, this pungent smell, the more intense the burning sensation. Besides the fundamental precautions in this lab experiment, we as chemistry section choose to investigate how the pH value of the solution, where we immerse the onions completely into the solution, affect the amount of pungent odor emitted from the onions via tracking the time as soon as tears coming out from one person with controlled distance in all the same variables. From the data analysis, we can see that all soaked onions can significantly prolong the tearing time relative to unsoaked onions. In soaked onions, both acid and alkali solutions can significantly prolong the duration of human tears. Compared with onions soaked in neutral water, onions soaked in acid solution and alkali solution can delay the tearing time by 50% and 90% respectively.